Hi everyone, Janice here. So a question I get asked a lot is how I started, like what pushed me to start losing weight and how I started to do it and what I started to eat and everything. Um, I can't really pinpoint how it all started, but before I started losing weight, I was in a class, an English class at Shasta College in Reading, my community college, and the theme of the class was food and basically like health food. We learned a lot about how food impacts the environment and how it impacts your body, and the benefits of just eating better and not eating meat and things like that. We learned about local growers in the community and all kinds of things like that. We read Michael Pollan's Omnivore's Dilemma. We had to write an essay on that. So it wasn't until I was in that class that I really started to think about the types of food that I was eating. I never really knew about food. I wasn't educated on what food could do to you or how it could impact your body. And it was then in that class that I realized that I should start changing my eating habits or that I should do something different. And that class ended in December of 2009, and then of December 31st, 2009, so this was over my Christmas break, I went to a Brett Dennen concert, and this was a New Year's Eve show, and I went, and after the concert, I was so inspired by him. It was the first time I ever saw him live, and he's one of my favorite musicians in the entire world, and I was on the way back to Reading from Oakland, where the show was, and I made a New Year's resolution to myself, and I said, I'm going to be the one who loves me the most. And that's a lyric from Brett Dennen's song, one of my absolute favorite Brett Dennen song because it changed my life. Be the one who loves you the most. So on the way back from Oakland, I made a New Year's resolution, and I said, this year I'm going to be the one who loves me the most, or forever I'm going to be the one who loves me the most. And I believe that loving yourself means treating yourself right, treating your body right, and that's what I did. I started eating healthier. I started loving myself. I started appreciating myself, and I started doing other things rather than wasting my time away eating in front of the TV. I always did a lot of crafting, but I did do a lot of eating in front of the TV, and instead of focusing on too much food, I would sew, and I would really get in my own head and start doing things which didn't involve eating junk food and just watching movies all the time, which I still love to do, but not nearly as much as I used to. So that's where it kind of all started. That's where I started my journey to health. And everybody has their own way. There's not a single certain way for everybody. Everybody has to find their own way. I mean, I could be inspired by lyrics, and you could hear the same lyrics and not even see it. You're like, okay, that's cool, but that doesn't make me want to change my life. Find what you're most passionate about and use that as a motivator. That's something I've found is find the reasons why you want to better your life. Why do you want to eat healthier? Why do you want to have nicer arms? Or why do you want to have nicer skin? Why do you want to be a healthier person? Is it because you want to live a long time? Do you want to eat healthier food because you want to live a long time so you could watch your grandchildren grow? Is it because you want to run a marathon once in your life? Is it because you want to be able to not ever have to go to the doctors as much, or not have to live off of medication, or not have to, there are all kinds of reasons. They could be the most simple reasons in the world. It could be because you want to fit into this awesome dress that you got at a thrift store and you have never been able to fit into it. I can tell you that after losing over 80 pounds, my life has drastically changed, and I hope that if you're in that position where you want to lose weight or even just want to eat healthy, just want to better your life, I can tell you that the way I feel right now is better than I've ever felt in my life. I didn't know what it was like to walk up a staircase without being out of breath. I remember going into my classrooms, being kind of late to class, and I would have to run up the stairs to my class, and I would be so out of breath the first 10 minutes of class that it was embarrassing for me because the class was quiet, and I would be sitting there trying to hold on my breath, and I'm almost dying. And that is a big thing. That was because I was unhealthy and I was overweight, and now I can walk upstairs like crazy.